Hello, junior researchers. Dr. Robinson here again. On the most recent episode of Botched a D&D podcast, we were introduced to SCP-726, otherwise known as Reconstructive Maggots, designated as Euclid. A single pair of human SCP-726 samples are kept in a padded cell in Foundation custody, for their own safety. The cells are to be cleaned of waste, and they are to be fed a diet of fruit and vegetable slurry. Every quarter, the pair are to be provided a pair of mixed-sex cadavers, and then they are to be terminated after successful reproduction. Under no circumstances should you allow any meat or animal tissues to come into contact with SCP-726, including a can of delicious beefaroni. More on that in a moment. SCP-726 are physiologically and genetically identical to the eggs and larvae of a species of blowfly. When the larvae hatch on decomposing animal matter, they begin consuming it in its entirety. Once it has been consumed, the maggots coalesce and begin to regurgitate a continuous stream of living matter and will multiply by unknown means as volume increases. If left unchecked or uninterrupted, SCP-726 will reconstruct a complete body identical to the tissue consumed. This process occurs at high speed. Once reconstruction is complete and life functions of this reconstructed organism resume, the SCP-726 larvae fall off and disintegrate. While restored to perfect physical health, reconstructed organisms only exhibit the mental processes of a mature blowfly. They will move similarly to a blowfly, including random twitches, as if they are trying to flap non-existent wings. They instinctively follow odors of decaying flesh, and if in the presence of decaying animal matter, will become excited and look to mate. If they are able to mate with another instance, the female will create a new clutch of SCP-726 eggs, which she will attempt to deposit on the decaying matter. SCP-726 has been found to reconstruct bodies from minimal tissue samples. If given multiple samples from the same source, SCP-726 has been found to create multiple full copies of the original source of tissue. Because the SCP Foundation is so thorough, or out of their mind, depending on your viewpoint, they tested out what would happen if a reconstructed instance was killed and then allowed to be reconstructed again by SCP-726. As each copy was copied, the reconstructed outcomes became progressively deformed until redacted, at which point this line of research was halted. Thankfully. Look at the bright side. Even if you die, it's possible that you can be reborn. Sure, you'll be, for all intents and purposes, a walking blowfly, but you'll still be you. Right? Thank you, junior researchers. This is Dr. Robinson, signing off.